Morning. So I was talking to my daughter-in-law last night, and Faith, and this is something I've talked about a lot in my life because of this book, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. If you have not read it, oh my gosh, life-altering, at least life-altering for me. And it is a very simple way to live with those four agreements. It really is very hard to live that way, but a very simple concept if you can grasp it. So our daughter-in-law is in the medical field, and we were talking about how, as Don says in his book, things that we've done in the past that have stayed with us, those haunting things that come back in the middle of the night or when you're trying to get to sleep and hook your attention, and the judge and jury comes out and will condemn you again for whatever it is you did and builds it up in your mind. Okay, so Faith said that there's like pathways in our brain, and literally like rutted pathways of those thoughts. And in order to change the thought, you have to make a new pathway. But to make the new pathway, if you have a rut here, like say this is a rut in your brain and you're trying to make a new pathway, she said it's like water filtering over and it keeps going into the old rut. So you really have to work on that. So I thought we could all work on one thing that we want to rid ourselves of once and for all, and replace it with a positive thing. And I'm going to start with replacing mine, which I have yet to figure out which one I'm going to replace because I have many. I have, my head is like, my shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and it's like I try to rid myself of all that. But anyway, I'm going to replace mine with the beautiful mountains of Tennessee, the view, the way I felt when I was out on that deck looking at that view. And every time that thought pops into my head, I'm going to think of those mountains. And as my attention is being hooked and trying to be pulled away for the court session in order with the judge, jury, the whole shebang, I'm going to think of those beautiful mountains. Please do this. Take one thing. And if we can do one thing and change one negative thought that pops into our head, we can do more. We can't change what has happened in the past. We can't. We need to forgive ourselves and move on and not dwell on that. If we've learned lessons from our errors, then isn't that enough? Isn't that enough if we've learned, because we've become better people from it? If we haven't learned, it's going to be knocking on our door again. But please try this with me. I am so excited about this. If you haven't read this book, get it and read it. It should be at the library, I'm thinking. I would like to think it is anyway. If not, it is worth the money to spend on it. I pick this up at any point and can just open up to any page, and it refreshes. It really refreshes me. I want to live like this. I do. I don't want to live with the Catholic girl guilt and all this stuff because that's a whole different video. Have a great day.